Hey there folks, Pliskin by 51mm, and tonight I figured I'd knock a few balls out of the park with doing another video. I've already done one tonight. I gave my opinions on the current events going on over in Israel and the Middle East with Iran. That video will be up before long. I got to do some refining on it, so it may not be up immediately. This will probably go up before it, but I figured since I'm up and doing, getting stuff done, I did that video, I may as well do another video on my Heritage Rough Rider. Because I said there a few weeks ago that I was going to do a 4-year end video on this pistol, but I didn't get around to it. Plate full again. Honestly, I'm going to be real. Sometimes I get up here and then I just get relaxed and then I don't feel like doing anything else. Because I get home from work, my day's off, I just want to chill sometimes. So that's the way it is. Either way, better now than never, right? So anyway, this is my Heritage Rough Rider 22 revolver, and my viewers who watch me regularly are very familiar with this pistol, because I bought this pistol, believe it was late January or early February of 2020, right before the pandemic hit. And I got this at a local gun store for $180, and that was by far the cheapest firearm I ever bought. Still to this day, I do believe. Yeah, I don't think my Winchester M1200 was, I think my Winchester M1200 shotgun was $400. Either way, bought this in 2020, right before the pandemic, and I got really attuned to this little pistol during the pandemic, because when the pandemic hit, me and my dad, we shifted all of our focus over to 22s, because it was during the lockdowns and everything. Of course, my area didn't get hit so bad, but still, it's just, wasn't a whole lot going on. Wasn't a whole lot you could do. All the movie theaters are closed. I mean, literally, it was just, sit at home, watch TV, go to the range. Luckily, the shooting range didn't close, but me and him switched all of our shooting over to 22s during that year. And man, did I get a lot of trigger time behind this little pistol. I have shot the literal crap out of this. I bet there's probably been about 2,000 rounds go down the barrel, because I've shot it quite a lot. I put a lot of them 500 round packs through it that you get from Walmart. And we have thousands of rounds of 22 that we've been stockpiling for years. I've got a little stash up where I'm at now. So, with all that trigger time, I can say without a doubt that this is probably like the AK-47 of 22 revolvers, because this thing just eats what you feed it. It's you pull that hammer down and it's got the clicks. The hammer falls down just like a Colt. You got that click, second click, third, fourth, just like a Colt single action Army, 4 clicks. And they're very accurate as well, even after all these years. But reliability, I mean, it'll eat just about everything you feed it. Now, with it being a 22, I've had some issues, mostly with ammo. You pull the hammer down, you pull the trigger, and it falls and hits the firing pin, you hear snap, it doesn't go off. About 98% of the time that's ammo. I've had a few times where the rim of the casing got mauled up in the back here of the cylinder. When the cylinder rotates, something would happen with the back of the shell and it would like bind up the cylinder and not let it rotate. So I've had that happen a few times, and that's not a bad, I mean, it's not hard to get that fixed, because you got your ramrod here. If you can get that stuck shell on here. If you can get that stuck shell around here, you can poke it through. And if you can't do that, the disassembly of this little pistol is very straightforward. You drop it to the second. Oh, I gotta get my I gotta keep remembering my hands in relation to the camera. You go to the second click here, or the second hammer position. It gets the bolt out of the way to let the cylinder move freely. Quite literally, you just press this in. It lets the cylinder spindle come out. Move the door out of the way, and the cylinder comes free. Might need to clean it again. I oiled it up there the other day, but I might need to hit it with, like, clean the face of the cylinder. And then to put it back, there we go. And then just move the hammer down to re-engage the cylinder with the bolt and the claw, and you're golden. Accuracy with this pistol. Now mine, I can't speak for all Heritage Rough Rider pistols. Mine tends to hit to the left. And I do remember that from all the times I did shoot it. And it gets about, I think, 2-inch groups with just regular, like, 40 grain 22 ammo, copper bullets, copper plated, but 2-inch groups, I think I've gotten them tighter than that. Most of the time when I have this little dude out, I'm just plinking, but I have done some accuracy tests with it, and the accuracy is fairly decent for what it is, but it's not, you know, you're not hitting the bullseye at 100 yards one-handed with one eye closed type accuracy. But that group's pretty decent. And cycling, I've never had an issue with the cylinder movement. And like I said, the hammers remained, like, you know, true to those clicks over the years. Also comes with a safety on the side, right here, as you can see. Up is safe, down is fire. When you do shoot it, these screws do tend to back out. So you can see it's got multiple screws all over the pistol. It's got 2 here, 1 in the front of the trigger. It's got 2 here, 2 in the back. And there is one that holds the ramrod to the barrel. This one still comes loose. They do come loose. And I did do a video there a few years ago where I showed how to tighten that, like, you know, maintenance, and that I have to tighten those down every time. And somebody said that that's normal for single action armies in general. If I'm recalling correctly, they said that that these screws will back out on all of them. I believe I'm remembering that correctly. And somebody said I should blue Loctite them, but at the same time, I don't remember if I responded to that, but I don't think I will, because if I blue Loctite these into the frame, it may seize up the trigger or the hammer or the bolt that lets the cylinder move. Well, the bolt that engages the cylinder to lock it like that so you can't move. So that's a possibility. And I do remember when I first got it, the barrel came off the frame. It literally unthreaded itself. I was shooting it, and quite literally, I didn't realize it until I was done with about my third cylinder, and I decided to like take a break and let it cool because I felt it was getting hot. And I was aiming, and I happened to look off my rest, because I like to shoot pistols off a rest. We have like a handgun rest for pistols, and the barrel had almost completely unthreaded from the frame. So keep that in mind if you get a Heritage Rough Rider, that the barrel may unthread itself. And that is pretty much the only thing on the whole pistol that is blue Loctited down. Everything else I don't want to Loctite, because like I said, I'm afraid it will seize up the hammer, trigger, the bolt, something. I'm sure there's people that have probably done it, and it's probably 100% something that wouldn't bother anything at all, but I don't want to take the risk. Because then it would, you know, require you using excessive force on these screws here to get them to come back out and get that blue Loctite out of there, so I don't want to do that. But all in all, in the 4 years I've owned it, this thing is a beast. I absolutely love this pistol. Not any major glaring issues. Like I said, it does have some maintenance things going on, but that's normal. And other than that, it's just a hoot to shoot. And for 22, can't ask for much more than that. It's a very good starter pistol too. It's very basic, because it's just as simple as, you know, pull that back. Alright, you're ready to fire. Pull the trigger. Hammer fall forward. Pow. And then after 6 shots, you know, you just go through. Unload, reload, close your door, start again. Very, very basic, simple pistol. And very revolutionary for its time. The Single Action Army, 1874, I do believe, if I can remember correctly. I definitely need to get one in 45 long Colt or 357, something like that. And I've been looking at a few other Heritage Rough Riders. I see them all the time. They're literally everywhere. It's a very common 22 pistol, and 22 ammo is very common too. You can get them a 22 Magnum as well. You can get a different cylinder and put 22 Magnum in this and be right as rain. But all in all, in the 4 years I've owned it, I've had nothing but love for it, and it's not caused me any major issues or complications. Just as long as you take care of it and keep it all well maintained, and make sure everything in it's moving the way it needs to, it won't let you down. So that's my 4-year overview. I need to get out and shoot it some more, but other than that, there's really not a whole lot much more that needs to be said about the Heritage Rough Rider Single Action Army. A very good pistol, very good starter pistol if you want to start one of your kids out on it. or just to have around for plinking pop cans and shooting paper targets, and you don't feel like bringing a center fire out. It's a fun gun. Very good pistol. Well, anyway, guys, this has been Pliskin by 51mm. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.